everyone. Welcome to Digital Explosion of Activision. Yeah. Actually, folks, this is Let's Play Zork Grand Inquisitor. I'm the Mysterious JG. This is an LP I've been trying to bring you guys for a while, but all sorts of technical problems have gotten in the way. I believe I now have my best opportunity to deliver this LP to you that I've had so far, because I got a new computer, and while I can't get it to play Allied General, and I could get my old computer to play Grand Inquisitor, this computer appears to be playing Grand Inquisitor with, fewer problems. It's running a better capture software, and the big thing I'm hoping to avoid here is slipping sound sync. However, I have figured out some things that in my test videos that I did previously, like for months, I have every so often I said, let's try and record Zork Grand Inquisitor, see what will happen, and all sorts of cursor issues. I've got the cursor working better, although you're going to see that the cursor glitches out. That's just an artifact of how this game plays. But enough technical stuff. Let's talk about Zork Grand Inquisitor, the game. Zork Grand Inquisitor, the game, is... I don't know the chronology of Zork perfectly, but I believe this is, if not the last commercially released Zork game, it was close to the end, kind of the last gasp of the series. The Zork series, famous as being a puzzle-solving game series, I want to say in the tradition of other things, but it was really one of the very first, I guess in the tradition of Journey, which I think was another Infocom game. But, although I think... I know I've seen a version of Journey that had pictures and stuff, but I don't know if that was a remake that was later, or if Journey was actually later than the original Zork, which is, of course, entirely text-based. Either way, this game is renowned for having an actual sense of humor. The Zork Grand Inquisitor and the one that came right before it, Zork Nemesis, kind of came out trying to recapture or revitalize the Zork franchise after Myst and its sequel Ribbon, to a much lesser extent, made puzzle games kind of marketable again. Nemesis got criticized heavily. Well, I want to say it got criticized heavily. In my own mind, my own impression was Zork fans gave Nemesis a hard time because it was trying too much to be like Myst. It was all serious and atmospheric. I really enjoyed it, but it didn't have as much humor as the Zork games normally had. Zork Grand Inquisitor is their effort to swing things back towards humor, and I think it's a really fun game, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. So let's give it a play.
Brought to you by Propoganda Electric, makers of the Propoganda Electric Dynamite. Propoganda Electric, we bring bad things to light.
Sounds pretty ominous.
24th of February, 1067 DOE, Eastland. Foozle liberated, empire freed from tyranny of magic. Gone are the days of turning castles into huts, and eggs into ripe guano. Gone are the grooves and granola, the flatheads and the foolishness. Today the magic wars are over.
Shun magic and shun the appearance of magic. Shun everything and then shun shunning.
So said the Grand Inquisitor from atop Flathead Mesa, where the grateful masses throng to welcome Inquisition troops to newly occupied Fort Foozle.
Yay!
The Dungeon Master has accepted the Inquisitor's generous offer of a permanent vacation. Today, the Dungeon Master read a brief but impassioned statement in support of the transitional Inquisition government. Rumors that the Dungeon Master is leading a so-called magic resistance are entirely false. In other news, the standoff at the Enchanters Guild ended peacefully last week when the Enchanters were freed from themselves by carrying Inquisition troops. Concerned citizens everywhere search high and low for hidden scrolls and magic contraband, voluntarily purging themselves of the worst excesses of the magic revolution. And finally, at tomorrow's ceremony, the Grand Inquisitor is expected to announce a radical new mind-numbing technology that will implement his visionary One Point of Light program.
Never forget who is the boss of you. Me! I am the boss of you! I am the boss of you! I am...
No! The historic White House! You can't destroy the historic White House! Oh, the historic White House was the first location you were at in the original Zork game. I'll get to explaining some of this in a minute, folks.
Curfew will begin in 1 second. Curfew has begun. Curfew began 1 second ago.
Lord Foozle.
Curfew began 5
Elsewhere.
seconds ago. curfew began 10 seconds ago.
Okay, you will note that, woo, you can scroll real fast. That is because this is really a Windows 95 game that we're playing on, maybe it's Windows 98, but either way, definitely not meant to be played on this game.
The one thing no one expects is the
Operating system.
The Inquisition.
This will be really annoying, actually, but there's really
Not a show.
not a lot that can be done about it. So let's go to our inventory just to get that guy to shut up for a minute. And let me explain a little bit about what you've already seen. Now, the Zork series, for those who are not familiar, is set in the magical world of Zork. The earliest Zork games, I think, were set well after the fall of like the magic empire of Zork, because you're going around exploring ruins like that, if memory serves, and it might not. And there were other Zork games, like Zork Zero is actually a flashback game that's set when the Zork Empire is still supposed to be up and running, and you kind of see its collapse. And then other Zork games kind of bounce around in time, but there are certain things they share in common. All of them feature the Froboz's Magic blank company. The Froboz's Magic Company is kind of Zork's version of the Acme Company, in that it provides products that sometimes don't work and sometimes work in unexpected ways. And as you've seen in this game, there's something called Froboz's Electric, which is, I guess, kind of a joke version of the Froboz's Magic Company and General Electric, which is reputed to be a big and evil corporation. Oh man, I've got the game sound way too loud. It's not going to impact you guys, but oh, it's driving me up the wall. But anyway, so that's what that was about. The Froboz's Electric Company is now around instead of the Froboz's Magic Company, because magic has been outlawed by the Inquisition. If you were not able to glean this yourself from the footage, which showed like people who were all bloody and bandaged and book burning and just the guy in the fascist uniform, the Inquisitors are bad and their propaganda is not to be believed. They are evil and they have tried to kill magic. So we are apparently a vacuum cleaner salesman. We have a vacuum in our inventory. We also have a shadow image of the cursor that's left behind because this game is glitchy. This game was glitchy even when running on its native operating system. So let's see what there is to do. We've already seen there's Port Foozle and elsewhere. That is Port Foozle, I believe. There's a blue glow coming off of Port Foozle.
Reports of a strange blue glow near the dock are grossly exaggerated. All citizens are warned to stay away under penalty of totemization.
See, I didn't really pick up on... I've beaten the game at this point, and it's only now that I'm like, oh, I get what that's supposed to be telling you. Oh, this scrolling thing is going to be a problem. But in the meantime, there are not a lot of, like, time-sensitive you-must-hurry puzzles in this game, so we should be okay. This is the path to elsewhere. Magic forever! And a well. But we can't really go down into the well. It's not going to let us just jump.
Persons of only the most excruciatingly and agreeably subservient natures, highly evolved moral sensibilities, finely tuned mental capabilities.
And the evil, wow, kind of scary full motion video place. We are here at Froboz's Electric headquarters. The Inquisitor says, "Me, I am the boss of you." What? Oh, who is the boss of you? I see. Froboz's Electric, restricted access, authorized Inquisition personnel only. Okay.
Just a reminder, all Foozle households must be equipped with a standard Inquisition loudspeaker, as per standard Inquisition requirements, blaring standard Inquisition propaganda at all times, which is standard. Failure to comply will result in standard Inquisition consequences, which is to say, you will be totemized.
Magic Inquisition. Port Foozle is an occupied Inquisition township. Magic has been exterminated. A strict curfew of sundown is observed at all times. The Underground Empire has been sealed. That's where the Zork games are set, really, is the Underground Magical Empire. Violators will be totemized. A very bad thing. Have a nice day. Registered trademark of Froboz's Electric. And they're totemizing 100,000 people a day.
Your Perils of Magic exhibit at the Inquisition headquarters has been closed temporarily. However, the totemized daily billboard is functioning correctly.
As you can see, our first important inventory item is hanging over here. Our cursor looks like this. When it glows gold, you can do something with the object. Sometimes there's just an arrow pointing in, which means you can click in and get a closer look. When it becomes a hand, you can pick something up. In this case, a rope. We will eventually be able to get descriptions of these inventory items. Something has to happen before that becomes available to us. You will see what that is shortly. Now this game, I have to admit, folks, I've already won. I got this and Nemesis and the space bar all in one mailing. Well, more or less one mailing. I ordered them online because I got in a kind of a puzzle game kick.
In a world where justice is held
Let's listen to this here.
at a time when magic is gone awry, one man will have the power to change and the will to lead the Magic Inquisition. Brought to you by Robot's Adventure Works, the arcade, a subsidiary of Robot's Electric.
Okay.
This motion picture is another dramatization of actual events. Many actual wizards were harmed in the making of this film.
Many actual wizards were harmed. So let's get back to Fort Foozle. Port Foozle, not Fort Foozle. Port Foozle. Now that we've got the... Actually, no, we don't want to do that yet. I want to show you something else first. We've got the rope in our inventory. Let us show you something. These are left over from previous efforts to do this LP. I'm about to overwrite a previous saved game. Yes. Let's get back to the game here. We can use the rope from our inventory. Now we can go down into the well. We haven't visited Port Foozle yet, but let's check out the well and see what happens. Got a nice full motion video of us going into a Magic Forever, and now we're going into a pitch black well. Anybody out there ever played a Zork game before? You have any idea what's going to happen when you get into a pitch black area like this? And a burp noise. Wait in dark. You are eaten by a grue. Now what was going through your head? A pitch black cave in a Zork game. What did you think was going to happen? You have died. Your score is 5 out of a possible 1,000. This gives you the rank of Permasuck Salesperson. Oh, I didn't actually manage to die without scoring any points, which you can do. Because I got 5 points for getting the rope. I'm curious if you have an even lower rank if you haven't gotten any anything, but no matter. We need to now, because this game is glitchy. I read this online. If I try to restore a game, it will crash. I have to actually go to the main menu. I have to go to Preferences. No, not Preferences. Exit. I need to go to Credits. You have to go to the credits screen and back out of the credits screen before you can restore a saved game, because the game's glitchy. That there's no reason that should help, but it does. If you do that, the game doesn't crash. If you don't, you just restore, game crashes. So we can still put the rope there because we're still going to need to use the rope there. It's just that we can't go down there until we've gotten a light source. This is a big thing in Zork games, having a light source. Same thing goes for Enchanter, Sorcerer, whatever it was called, Spellbinder, aka Kalijah. All those games that kind of came out of Zork.
Fish heads! Get your roly-poly fish heads!
Eat them up, yum. They're referencing that song that I know. Anyway, they said to stay away from the blue glow here, but I want to check out the blue glow because it's magical. And I also want to check on ways to fix this scroll, because this wasn't as bad on my old system. I think because it was having a hard time running this, it slowed things down a little bit.
You wouldn't be fishing for anything in particular now, would you? Because, see, I'm a fish and you know, fishing. So I gotta ask. You want a piece of me, Doc Boy? Or Doc Girl? I can't really tell. All you people look the same.
Splash. the first of at least 2 references where this game is kind of hoping that the player might actually be female. No such luck, game. You are played mostly by male nerds. Oh, I'm sure some women have enjoyed Zork over the years. However, that was a red herring. That's another running gag from previous Zork games that I haven't played. But let's try to catch him again. Surely there's something useful must come of this. There's a blue glow, right?
You're just getting your sea legs, so I'm gonna say it to you nice. Don't drag your stinking hook through my stuff, okay?
Alright, well, there may be more wacky dialogue here, but...
Obey, conform, abstain, ignore, deny, repress, restrain, bridle, curb, reduce, repeat, inform, shun, tell us everything, avoid flirtation, avoid libation, floss regularly, save often, walk briskly, step lively, think happy thoughts.
And the wackiness continues. I have the option of turning the sound down there, but... Alright, another puzzle. Dead herring. Locally caught and garlic fed. That sounds wonderful. This guy is wanted for dealing in illegal magic contraband, so we do want to get involved with him. Hey, there's something we can pick up.
Trying to steal my fish? Get your own!
Okay, so it's not going to let me take the fish because there's an alarm. This is a puzzle, folks. A puzzle. Let's see if we can talk to this lady. Buy 2 for 1 special. Buy 2 of them, buy another one. Don't ask. Catch of the other day. And catch of the day. Okay.
I'm completely nude.
Okay.
Will commence until the smithy is deemed sufficiently smit by the smitter. Enjoy your stay in occupied Port Foozle.
Oh, implementers. It's one of those adventurers again. Go away. We don't need any. Can't let you in, sorry. Guess you'll have to die.
And that's the other thing that's going on. We're trapped. We're a vacuum cleaner salesman. We're out after curfew. There's an evil fascist Inquisition on. So we're going to be killed if we don't find someplace to hide. That's the Disenchanter's Hall. Oh, gotcha. That's the implication, anyway.
You one of them agitators, ain't you? We don't want none of your kind in Port Foozle.
Take me some of the big uns.
The Inquisitor told us about agitators like you coming to town with all your big ideas. We don't want no ideas, you hear? Hey, it's past curfew. I want you people to get off my land. Trespass. Get lost. Want some biscuits?
Want some biscuits. So, guy sounds like the resistance leader from Paladin's Quest, but only because I was doing an impression of Billy Bob Thornton and Sling Blade when I did that voice. Okay, so nobody wants to let us in. They're all willing to let us die. There's some... looks like some hay. You'd think we'd be able to hide in there, but it doesn't appear to be a selectable item. This cursor is going to drive me insane. This... yeah, a lot of things are better about my current attempts to LP this. I'm hopeful that this will be a postable video, but this is not better, the cursor.
Oh, a poor soul trying to find some meager refuge from the Inquisition.
Go away!
Okay, everyone's willing to let us die. What do we got over here? Only you can prevent Foozle fires. Honorary Foozle fireman, Antheria Jack. Antheria Jack. The writers seem to believe that this character, who we'll be seeing later, is desperately amusing. I sort of disagree. Meanwhile, we've also got the dangerous, highly flammable, hint, Fire Marshal, highly flammable. There's hints here, folks. Talk to me, Grand Inquisitor. It's been marched down to 0.5 Zork mids.
Who is the boss of you? Me. I am the boss of you. Try to follow the logic. There is no magic. We don't need magic. We have technology.
A proclamation for the betterment
Propaganda tactic.
What?
Brainwashing the general populace.
largely peaceable and only
Who
rather
is the boss of you?
Foozle, which is to say our person.
Who is the boss?
Okay, I didn't understand all of what he said, but I don't feel like playing with it too much more. There's a barrel. We can keep missing that repeatedly.
Let it be known throughout our land.
You can hide in the barrel. However, hiding in here overnight seems unlikely to solve the puzzles that win the game. So let's get out of here and file that away for future use. The fact that we can hide in the barrel.
Go away. I don't want no trouble.
Sammy Davis Jr. seems unwilling to help us.
Please go away.
Is frankly a very bad thing.
Okay.
The worst of all possible things.
So, alrighty.
Entirely of good and bad things. This
I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here, because if I feel like dying before I get any points to see if there's another score, I'll do it off camera to see if it does anything different. But for right now, like I said, I've already beaten this game. I played through it when I first got it, trying to record it, just trying to make sure that it worked, and I got caught up in it and had fun with it, and I actually beat it. So you're not going to see the same kind of like bumble fucking around you saw on the spacebar. You'll have to decide if that makes it a more fun or less fun LP, since you won't have to see me figuring these puzzles out for the most part. But lantern's repaired. Oh, that's right. I can't really mess with him yet. This well, you'll see who's in here.
No autographs. I don't do that anymore. Now beat it. Scram.
It's Antheria Jack. Honorary fire dude.
It's past curfew and I can't afford any trouble. I can't afford Jack. And I am Jack.
I'm hilarious.
1,200 steps to self-containment
But
in the most magical age.
turning this thing down is tempting, because it's annoying. Any lower and you'll be totemized. However, what we actually want to do... Remember, there's an alarm. I'm not going to bother to show it to you, because there's nothing graphically that... Well, no, what, I will show it to you. We just saved, after all. And there is text when you get killed, so let's try to steal this thing a couple more times.
Look, it's past curfew. You're lucky I don't turn you in just for hanging around outside my shop. Now get out of here. I said cut that out. Good thing I installed that Frobar's electric alarm.
Hint, hint.
That's it. Hey, guards, come here and take care of this fish snatcher.
Hey, God, it's me, Margaret. As you leave the wild fishwife, something sticks in your mind, the sort of an annoyed sentry. You are taken off to be totemized, and once thoroughly and utterly totemized, you recall the wisdom of Barble of Girth. The best place to be if there's a hubbub is somewhere else. More than just pretty words, you have been totemized. And I end up with the same score that I had before. Let us go to the credits. Let us go to the main menu. Let us load the game. And let us solve this puzzle. Because lantern's repaired, well, that's a clue as what to do if we get stuck after solving this puzzle to what to do next. But we won't even know what that means until we use increase.
Would somebody turn that damn speaker down? I can't hear anything over that racket.
We've turned the speaker up, and now she will not be able to hear the alarm.
Look, it's past
Oh,
curfew.
well, maybe she
You're
can.
lucky I don't turn you in just for hanging around outside my shop.
Okay.
Now get out of here.
Maybe there is a little bit of timing to this puzzle. We gotta wait till the loudspeaker starts playing propaganda.
The Perils of Magic exhibit at the Inquisition headquarters.
And she can't hear us. We don't really want the fish at all. What we're getting for our inventory is a 6-pack of beer thing, and, well, 6-pack of beer thing. We're getting the little plasticky things that holds beer and soda cans. And we're getting the King of Meads. Yes, we're getting canned mead. Why are we doing this? Because you all know what happens if you don't cut those little things up. I mean, you cut those little things that your soda comes in, don't you? You're a good person. You're not the kind of lazy scumbag who doesn't care about wildlife. If you don't cut those things, fish life dies. Oh, you know, I gotta shut that thing down again. This might not be worth the effort because it's going to take me 20 minutes to click on it now. No, damn it all. Save often, yeah. There's a lot of comedy in the Inquisition Propaganda, but I am really running out of patience with this cursor. So anyway, we got this thing here. You know what happens when you don't cut those up? Causes the death of wildlife. Do we really want to kill the fish? Well, we don't want to kill it, but
stuck around neck. I sense a long but touching death scene. Thank you, Rick, for that passing scissorfish. That mad fish strangler can have the dock. I'm out of here. Whee!
Somehow this nets you a box of treasure. Do you open it? There's a lamp. A lamp. Well, it's a lantern, really. We know someone who repairs lanterns. We're probably at the over 30-minute mark, but we might as well check this shit out. Or maybe I should end it here. You know, I don't even know for sure this LP is going to take. So it wouldn't be at all unreasonable for us to put off the next exciting piece of stuff to the next video. We've got a lantern. We've got a guy who repairs lanterns. Doesn't seem like a very exciting kind of heading for break, tune in next time kind of cliffhanger, but I assure you, business is about to pick up. Anyway, this is Mysterious JG. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll bear with me as we, a humble vacuum cleaner salesman, have to try and defeat the evil Inquisition. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.